Shalom, I'm giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashem Kakwadash. Shalom to the hopefully elect out there. Let me get right into it. I'm going to entitle this video, it's not going to be long. Why gaddest thou about so much to change thy way? Okay, you see right here, this was put up by GMS Watchman. IUIC Bishop Nathaniel explained MOTB in 2023 and mocks Great Millstone. Actually, he mocks me. So I'm going to let you listen to some of this. And this is a new breakdown. There's a new twist on his breakdown or understanding of the charagma, you know, the Revelation chapter 13, 16, 17. This is why I gave this the title of Why Gaddest Thou About So Much to Change Thy Way? If you go back, I don't know, more than 10 years, I would say, we used to go back and forth with the charagma thing, and the first major group of Israelites, one Westers, that said that the, Revelation 13, 16, 17 is talking about the charagma. We use the word charagma or MOTB. That's a recent word. And going with it, whether it's 10 years ago, 13, 14 years ago, whatever the case may be, he's always did a counter about what we're teaching, that we're going off. That's what this is what it is really talking about. And this is when Ayathan was next to him at the old school, off of was that well, that was the old school. You see the school that they're at now is different background. But anyway, he was doing it, and Ayathan was sitting next to him. I don't know what happened to Ayathan. He's on there. Ayathan, he's around, but he's using various avatars, talking shit on our site. We don't know if he left. We don't know if they kicked him out. We don't know what the backstory is. So, but we do know that, Ayathan is not a part of him. He was not present at the Passover. So this thing happened. Whatever happened. I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks before the Passover. And since the Passover, we're talking, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. I don't know when they keep it. Up until this point, there's no videos of Ayathan on any of the IUIC YouTube pages. So anyway, what did he say? He said he called himself giving on. Give me a second. Yeah, so what I was saying, the first time he went into it, basically going against what we're saying about the breakdown, how we break it down. And he said that initially that and if you can find a video, you can watch the video for yourself. I'm not putting words in his mouth. Back then, neither am I putting words in his mouth now, but he said something to the effect was that the mark is only applied to nations and countries. It has nothing to do with individuals. It has nothing to do with individuals. It has everything to do with countries and corporations. And then he mentioned an embargo. And so we did counter to that back and forth. So now, as of, I don't know, a year or two, year 2 or 3, he said that he kind of admitted that the mark is for people, but it's sin. It's sin. So he went from the only things that could receive the mark is a corporation or a company. And he said small businesses and poor business, great businesses and small businesses, rich. Well, no, he said rich countries and poor countries. You know, big countries and small countries. It has nothing to do with the people. Years in the future, fast forward in the future, cue to the future. He says, "Oh, it is for people, but it's talking about sin. The beast is going to make you commit sin. We're committing sin." But the Apostle Paul, as great as he was, an apostle, a truly a man of the Lord, he said that he committed sin. Read Romans chapter 7. So is the Apostle Paul, you know, he had the mark according to his newest breakdown. So now here he has another breakdown, and every week if you watch his videos every Saturday, he always touches on the MOTB. And I believe the reason why he does that, and he's pissed off too. He said this sodomite. Well, at least I ain't gonna say that he's feminine. I don't wear dresses. I don't have long hair, braids, jerry curl in my hair. I got a beard on my face. So I don't know what that's showing that you're angry. You're mad. You're angry. Just like Vocab you can see that Vocab was mad when that pastor, recent video he did, a pastor, jumped over the broom, so to speak, and now he's an Israelite. And you can hear it in Vocab's voice, and you can see it in his eyes and his face that he's like, he knows that he's losing that battle. So, Bishop Nathaniel, I got to change his name. It changed again, General, not bishop no more, but general. He used to be an elder, now he's bishop. Went from being a bishop, now he's a general. And then his name is no longer Nathaniel, but his name he went back to his old name, which is a Lashwan Kodash Hebrew. I guess they can see it now. I guess they can see the Hebrew. Nathaniel, which certain videos I said we knew him as Nathaniel. So guess what? He went back. He was called Bishop Nathaniel. Watch his videos. Go back a year, 2 years. It says Bishop Nathaniel. Now, as of the Passover, he's now he has a new rank, a new station in life. General Nathaniel, which is a Paleo Hebrew, the way Ayathan said, Ayathan, come on this video and let me know what happened to you, bro. I don't think you left. I think they kicked you out, but I don't know why. Come and talk to me. Hey, the scripture said, come, let's reason together. So this guy's mad, and then he says, he breaks down Revelation 13 and 16 again, but he breaks it down differently. He goes to Revelation chapter 17, where it speaks about the whore sitting on many waters, and he's going to prove to you that the thing in your hand and the thing in your forehead is sin, because the great whore of Babylon, she has the mark in her hand and in her forehead. So he reads it, and you're going to hear it. It says, and she had a cup in her forehead, which was filled with abominations. You can read it for yourself. We read it millions of times. What does that mean? That means sin. So, first of all, the MOTB has nothing to do with the cup that she has in her hand. The cup is not, it would say charagma. Wait a minute, if I went to the word cup, it would go, the Greek, the etymology would be charagma, right? No, it's not. It's not. I guarantee you it's not. You can go to it and check. I'm not even going to check it because I'm not confident. So he changed it up again. So matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. let me do this. See, one thing about us over here, and at GMS, we're thorough, man. We checks out everything like the Church of Berea. So let me go to Revelation 17. Let me go to the word, the doom of Babylon. Let me see. Let me put in the word cup. Go to word find and put in the word cup. And I got a handful of precepts for y'all. In case you're saying, where the precepts at? Where the precepts at? We can start from the top. Let's go right to the point. Give me a second here. Okay, so we're in the fourth verse. We're going right to the point. Revelation 17:4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abomination and filthiness of a fornication. Now, I don't know if let me do this. Let me do this. And put in the word forehead. I believe it's in this verse, or did he jump? Forehead. Here we go. Fifth verse. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abomination of the earth. So he's equating this, in her hand and in her forehead as the MOTB. I told you it was sin. I told you it was sin. And the reason why he did that, because I believe you have individuals in the IUIC that window shop. That's his term. You're checking out GMS. Like we check you guys out. Check you out. We check you out Saturday. Not most of the time, you're on point with the scriptures, but you go off. But it seems like every week you have to spend a certain amount of time going over Revelation 13, 16, 17, mainly Revelation 16. All right. So my thing is, what's going on behind the scenes? Maybe there's nothing going on behind the scenes. But it seems like every week you got to bring that up to kind of reinforce and reaffirm, so nobody, gets weak and say, I don't know. And now your boy, I done, whether he got kicked out or left, I believe he got kicked out. Y'all had like a secret council or whatever, and he did something that y'all didn't like, or maybe did something contrary to the scriptures, and y'all kicked him out. I could be wrong. You can tell me, no, that's not the case. Well, that's why I'm asking. Now, he's the only individual in the IUIC, especially of a high rank, because he was a deacon, that we going back 2-3 years ago, maybe, where he said, but he used these avatars. He said, you know what? I can see it. You right. You right, man. The chip, that's, you right on that. So I came back and I said, well, when are you going to present it to the leadership of the IUIC? And I remember him coming back saying, I remember almost exactly. He said, Bishop Nathaniel and Johanna or General Johanna are not ready yet. So I immediately thought of hiding your talent in the napkin and burying it. What is that, Luke 19? So you had the knowledge, you agree with what I'm saying, and but you refused to tell it on the rooftop, so to speak. So what happened? It was taken away from you. It was taken away, even that he had. Matthew 13, starting at the 11th verse, 11, 12, 13 verse, around there. I'm not going to go to it, because then you came back some years later and said, you started saying, well, the charagmas already happened, all that already took place. And little by little, it was taken back from you. So I don't know if you brought that up. I don't know, it was a slip of the tongue. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'm gonna let you listen. And like I said, he changed up again. He changed up again. There's a new one. And then you have his the people that are following him, that's behind him, that following him. They're all in agreement. Matter of fact, I got a precept for that. I believe that's Ezekiel 13, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's in Ezekiel 13. I don't want to read from the top. Well, it says, second verse. Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear ye the word of the Lord. In other words, you are high up position, you're a prophet. People look at you as a prophet, respect you as a prophet. And you say, hear the words of the Lord, hear the words of Yahweh. Recently they started throwing Yahweh out there and Yahweh Shai out there. Well, at one time they didn't know what the name of the Lord is. So they're saying, listen to me. So they'll say, look, I'm a prophet of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Listen to me. So people say, yes, I believe you're a prophet. And then you say things that are not, break things down in the scriptures that are, you're totally breaking it down the wrong way. So it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the Most High, woe unto the foolish prophets. Who was found out to be a foolish prophet? Tazadakia, because we were speaking about that yesterday at the camp. We were saying how he kept changing the doctrine, and I would catch everything he did. I forget the order, but one of the first things he did was he said, "Oh, we don't know the name of the Son of the Lord. We know the Most High's name is Yahweh. So when you say the Son of the Lord, you got to say Bun Yahweh, because we don't know his name. Yahweh Shai is not his name." I said, that was a red flag went up. Then he said, not necessarily in that order. Then he said, oh, Mary and Joseph never had sex. So the Lord was born, what is that? The virgin birth, as opposed to immaculate conception. Look that up. There's a difference between immaculate conception and virgin birth. That Joseph never had sex with Mary, so it was a virgin birth. Then it went from there to, she had sex with Joseph, and his brothers and sisters were, biological. The biological father was Joseph. Then they said she never had no children. They were the Lord's cousins. And they said that Mary was an ever virgin. That's Roman Catholic. I said, wait a minute, this guy's slowly bringing in the Roman Catholic doctrine. And then what else did he do? One of the main, I'm thinking some other things, but everything that was changing, you're replacing it with a Roman Catholic doctrine. And then when you said you were the God sent comforter, I said, oh no, that was a That was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I would have been out there. Well, I would have been out there, but I was out of it before anyway. But I wouldn't have stood there. If he said that, I was like, it's time for me to exit. I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here, bro. You know. But see, the majority of the people that come into this thing, they're followers. They have a sheep-like mentality. See, we're compared to sheep, and then you have shepherds, which are the leaders. So a shepherd could lead you the wrong way, or they call it Judas goat. Now I'm gonna say this: you got the new breakdown, the Revelation 13 and 16 and 17. You got to go to Revelation 17. You got to go to Revelation 17, and that's the breakdown. So I gave you, I gave you, I gave you more. He gave you more information to, you know, reaffirm that, what they're teaching. But my thing is this: I'm throwing this out here. When it actually comes, I want to see y'all keep that same energy and get lined up and take it, because it's going to come back. So it says, "Thus saith Yahweh the Most High, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own heart, spirit, and have nothing and have seen nothing." Tazadaki was one of them. What ultimately happened to him? He got this. He got the the sea ragamuffin, and he dropped dead on April 1st, April Fool's Day. Well, wait a minute, foolish. Woe to the foolish prophets. When did he die? On April Fool's Day, April 1st. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert. You have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Yasha Allah to stand in the battle in the day of Yahweh. In other words, we set up to warn them against that wolf. That main wolf that's going to come is the Karagma. So we here at GMS, we've been warning you ad nauseum. Look that up. They have seen vanity and lying divination, saying the Lord saith, and the Lord Yahweh have not sent them, and they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. So they say it, and you hear, yeah, that's right. See, that's right. Deal with that, Tahar. That's right. So they're waxing worse and worse. But like I said, I want them to keep that same energy when they set up them stakes, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to set it up similar to the ragamuffin, where you're going to lose your job, or you can't get this, or if you're on Section 8, you can't get that no more. You can't re-register your car unless you got it. So you're going to be out, you're going to be put off the grid, so to speak. And some of us will be put to death. So now, you know what I'm going to do? Let me let you hear the video, and then I'm going to go into these precepts. And I hope you can hear it clearly. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. I see that. Now you want, I've been telling y'all it's talking about sin for women, whether political or religious. Now, we just read what it is. Go back to Revelation 17 and read verse. It wasn't talking about it was sin. He was talking about it was countries and corporations. Countries do not commit sin. Corporations do not commit sin. That's why if a corporation sets up something, sets up some pill and you die from it, they can't lock you up in jail because a corporation is a non-person, so to speak. a dead entity. So that's why you had what was that? The governor of Michigan. He had put some ordered to put some pipes in that he knew that that particular uh, material. I forgot what metal. It was a cheaper metal, and I believe he was told that well that can damage the people, children. That can hurt people. That putting that in and not telling the people, and a lot of people got jacked up from a lot of kids came out deformed and their heads wasn't right. Alzheimer and autism and all that. And guess what? The governor didn't get locked up because he was a spokesman for the corporation. So he was a representative for that entity. So if they're gonna lock up anybody, gotta lock up the Michigan, which they can't do because it's a non-person. You see? So let me so remember what he first said. He first said that the MOTB, Revelation 13, 16, and 17, only applies to, and I wish somebody can find that video if it's still up. It only applies to countries and corporations. You can't put a chokehold on a country, right? You can't drown a country. You can't lock a country up for murder. So he went from country and corporation to individuals, saying an individual that sins is a cup. And he says, now I'm going to further give you some more information that even the who got it. That one has Revelation 17 has nothing to do with Revelation 13, if you know what I mean. The cup is not the charagma. Else would have said that. So let's listen.
4 and 5 together. What's in the hand of America and what's in the forehead? Read. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet coat, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand. In her hand, go ahead. Full of abominations. No, microchip. Full of abominations. Full of abominations. And filthiness. And filthiness. Of her fornication. So that's in her hand. Now let's see what's in her forehead. And upon her forehead, her mind, was a name written. What is it? Mystery. Babylon the Great. Read. The mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. I thought it was a microchip. Yeah. What the hell is going on?
You see, he had to read. He said, I'm losing them. I lost. I done. I don't want to lose no more. So let me spice it up. Let me make it spicy for the people. And they fell for it, man. They fell for it. Let's come back over here. We've been saying it we never changed our story about the charagma. We said it the same way we've been saying it 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, even today. We said it's something that they're going to physically put using a delivery system, a needle. That's a karax, which is the root of charagma. They're going to put it in your actual hand. When it says hand, it's the word there is dextrose, which means right hand, or in your forehead. Elon Musk, Neuralinks, that's what it's talking about. That's exactly what it's talking about. So what I want you to do is, I want you to keep the same energy when they set that thing up. I'm going to see what you're going to do. This is why he said, when it was, I can see it. Oh, yeah. And they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word, the lie. So let's listen to a little bit more.
Yeah. Somebody just stopped body. That's it. Abominations is straight up sin. You're right. Hit the bomb. That's when you hit the bomb. Hey, Bishop.
And that's Yawasop. When Yawasop got back with Bishop Nate, because Yawasop used to come up to the Connecticut camp. He came up to one of the Passovers with the split. So with the split came, he was kind of out there. And he came up with Athan. I mean, not Athan. Asaph. And Asaph told me I was that guy, that young kid. That was me, you know. But anyway, when he got back and they, put together which is now known as the IUIC, he said, I'm going to show Bishop Nathaniel that Cornelius is an Edomite. So when he got with, and this is what Bishop Nathaniel told me, and when I believe, yeah, it had to be him. And when because we had a phone conversation back in 2000 whatever 2002 whatever year, yeah, it was before they put the IUIC together. So it had to be somewhere around 2002. Called me out the blue. He had my number. So Yahweh Saab said, I'm going to show him that Cornelius is an Edomite. So when he went to confront Bishop Nathaniel said, nope, Cornelius is not an Edomite. Cornelius is an Israelite. Then he had to sit down and show him the scriptures, and then Yahweh Saab saw it. That's why Bishop Nate is over Yahweh Saab, because Yahweh Saab came and followed him. Okay? So, but wait a minute, we got kicked out because we said that Cornelius is an Israelite, and they said Cornelius is an Edomite. You guys got to go. And then we had no problem leaving. We wanted to work things out. But after we left, they had certain guys come up to try to get us to come back. And we said, look, don't call us. We'll call you, because we went on a Day of Atonement type fast just to cover our asses. If we're on a fast, you humbling yourself. No water, no nothing. No nothing, no food for 24 hours. And then we didn't know that they were coming up. And they came up to the school. But Yum Yum was one of them. And they were saying, we want you to come back and we're going to work this thing out. And we were like, yeah, we'll come back. But don't call us, we'll call you. They got the hint, never came back. So years later, here you have Bishop Nate saying Cornelius is an Israelite. So he was totally wrong. He was found out to be wrong. So guess what? And listen to my words. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. He's going to be wrong again. And what is he going to do when he has to explain it to his congregation? Because they're blindly following him. They're blindly following him. And when the shit hits the fan is when you're confronted with the hour of temptation, or the time of temptation. In the other translations says the time of temptation, not the hour, where you got to either take it or not take it. And if you got kids, your kids ain't going to eat. You ain't going to eat. Your wife is going to give you a hard time. I don't want to hear all that Bible stuff. Let's just go. Your wife may say something to the effect of Job's wife saying, curse the Most High and die. When Job said, you sound like one of the foolish women. So that's the attitude of a lot of your women. Fuck all that Hebrew Israelite bullshit. The hell with the Most High. We're going to have to take that chip. So like I said, I want you to keep that same energy when they actually set up, however they set it up. So let's listen to a little bit more.
It's crazy you brought that out, because I just heard them just put a video up saying that you came out on the horse to distract people from the microchip.
Okay? When did I say that? I never said that. I said you came out on the horse. Whoever said that, please tell me who said that. Give me the video. Because we did kind of riff on him about the horse. We did mock him. We did mock him. That's true. But this guy said, shalom, about couple of months ago, shalom and honor to you guys. And, I get mad. Back to us being bums. And we know why you guys call us bums now. We know why you call us bums. We know exactly why you call us bums.
I got the video. They put a video this morning saying that the reason why you came out on the horse was to distract the people from the microchip.
Please, I want you to prove all things. I want you to give me that video. And now, mind you could have somebody else say that. I never said that. I didn't say, why would I say that? Why would I say, oh, he went on the horse? Because that's going to get the people. Now I can, we never equated him being on the horse with the microchip. We said that he's, you know, exalting himself. We never said nothing to do, see, he's on the horse. That don't make no fucking sense. See? Come on, man. These guys are caught up in their fucking emotions, man. Just like his organization previously got broken up, this one's gonna get broken up. You know, and if there's any of the elect, and I believe there are in the IUIC, they're gonna do the right thing, because it's gonna be a game changer when this man sets up the CBDC and what is it called, the what do you call it, Fed coin or whatever it's called. When everything goes digital, you know, everything's going to be in your smartphone, like we said, but eventually it's going to go in, which is called biometrics. Okay, the technology is already there.
So this is crazy. They just got bodied. This is why we call you Negroes, Black Hebrew Israelites. You're dumb as hell, and you listen to your leaders who don't know the scriptures. You just got bodied. Exactly.
So you need to really, like I said, I don't know what happened with Ayathan. I don't know why he's not. If you notice, this is recent. This is after the Passover, because he mentioned Bishop Nate being on the horse, and there was no, you didn't see, and you can notice Ayathan. He was the tallest man in New York, at least, you know, probably in the whole IUIC, and he wasn't there. When they showed them looking like superheroes, you didn't see Ayathan. So we don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. We're looking for answers. We don't know what the hell he said, what he did, what he didn't do. You know, whether they kicked him out, whether he left, we don't know. So this man is caught up in his emotion, because some weeks he's cool with us. I like to say it shalom to GMS and to you fucking bums, you know. Kanai, when the new moon and the full moon controversy came out, and Vocab Malone caught him on that one. He's Bishop Nathaniel, General Nathaniel Alaga. Let me get used to saying that, General Nathaniel Alaga. When he said he received a vision, or he had a, what is it called, an epiphany, whatever, however he said it. He woke up one morning, 2016, and he said the new moon is the full moon. So now I gotta go to these brothers. So he said he went to Ayathan, the tallest man in IUIC at that time. He's no longer part of IUIC. Let me know what's going on, Ayathan. Oh, buddy, old pal. He said that Ayathan, and he said Ayathan didn't see it at first, but eventually he saw it. And then he said, Bishop Kanai, this is Bishop Kanai. He's originally from New York. He goes way back. He said, Bishop Kanai couldn't see it, but we went to Ghana and we kind of spoke on it, and now Bishop Kanai sees it. Guess what? I don't see it. Maybe I should have went to Ghana with you, because I don't see it, and nobody in GMS sees it. And no Edomite Christian scholar sees it. You're the only one that teaches that, if I'm not mistaken. Hell, the Muslims know that the new moon is when the moon is dark. So let's listen.
Let's go on back to Revelation 13. Revelation 13 and 16. And he called them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. It's the same mark Babylon got tomorrow, which is abomination, sin.
He changed up again. Now he's saying that the who is going to get the mark? She's going to go in the office and the doctor's going to chip her up. That's the mark. Now they might change it. It might be small. It might be square. They might change it. They might make it half the size. They might make it skinnier. They might make it red, green, but it's going to be something physical, charagma, put in your hand by a Karax delivery system, and the etymon for the word Karax is graphos, which means writing, information.
How could they force us to take part in this sin willingly? How? Watch the next verse. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the Lord. Save he that had sin, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now, what would they do to force? Watch this. They said that no man might, let's see that, buy or sell. That's talking about economics. Okay, they're going to use the monetary system to try to force us to reject the word of God. Watch this. Give me the clip I sent you on Nigeria. Watch this. Now, I found this video. It's a soundbite talking. I apologize. I shouldn't say it. I don't know if it's a soundbite, but he's effeminate. You know?
He wasn't talking about me. I thought he was talking about me when I first heard it. He's talking about a guy that kind of sound sweet. You know? He's sweet. I mean, he wasn't talking, so I take that back. Hey, brother, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I thought he was referring to myself because I saw the picture. He was talking about this guy that was, but well, let's just hear it. Let's just hear it. So forgive me for saying that, but take that back.
Type it up for me. It's in Nigeria. Did you know that Nigeria is basically cashless now, and that they have a central bank digital currency? I'm something with delay, Nigeria.
Yeah, he does sound sweet. But anyway, he said that now they have a digital currency. They did away with money. It was like $40 a day and $10 a day, you know. So you know that paper was turned into garbage, wallpaper. But that's not the MOTB. That's just one step closer to the MOTB. They're going to give it to you in steps. All right, and I'm gonna give you the precepts. Don't worry. Well, where's the precepts? The heart you promised us. You're gonna get some precepts. You're gonna get some precepts.
This digital currency is now legal tender. Only 0.5% of Nigerians signed up. Yes, big surprise. Most people don't want a central bank digital currency. They limited the amount of cash that people.
Yeah, because they're used to paper cash. They're used to their credit cards. You know, if anything, their smartphones. But most people are used to going into their pockets and pulling out paper currency. All right, or credit card. Okay. So, like I said, they're going to get used to it. The people are going to get used to it, and then they're going to have everything in the app on your smartphone. You know, people get robbed and they steal your smartphone. You can leave your smartphone on a desk somewhere in a restaurant. You can lose your smartphone, and it's going to take hell and high water to get another smartphone to get all that information. So, what they're going to present to you, if they use a thing called biometrics, where they put it in your body, preferably the hand. In most cases, it will be the hand, but in some cases, it will be the forehead, because you got people that are missing hands and limbs, or people that might want to have it both in their hands and their forehead. It's talking about what we've been saying, the MOTB.
Look at withdraw from the banks and ATMs to $44 per week. The average Nigerian needs $40 per day to survive. Scenes of destruction, not evidence of defense banks. Still a total war to get cash. They banned cash. The government came out in October of 2022 and said that they're no longer accepting the old banknotes. So they said, we're going to give you new banknotes. But then the banks stopped issuing the new ones, and people couldn't get the new ones. They're fine. I'm making the new Naira note. Very difficult for Nigerians to accept. So what happened? A 60% increase in people who were using CBDCs, because guess what? Children were starting to starve. They starved their own people into adopting central bank digital currency. The world leaders are taking notes on this. We, the people, need to take notes on this. Only the American people can stop this. And if you don't think that a central bank digital currency in a cashless society, just like Nigeria, isn't coming here, then you need to be a little bit more sophisticated in your thinking. So I called, we got a school in Nigeria, I called, and the brother said, it is true, especially in Lagos. I said, there's nothing we can do. They don't use cash there.
I believe Lagos is the capital of Nigeria. So they're going to start from a central place and it's going to expand. It'll take a little time, some months, maybe a year or two, but people will accept it. So the guy just said, well, I'm sorry, uh, General, General Nathaniel God said uh, that he called out there in Nigeria and Lagos, and it's true. And he said that there's babies starving, so they have no choice but to get that app. Eventually, that app is going to go into your body. Biometrics, biometrics. Look up the word biometrics.
We came to help them. Okay, it's all digital now. So I'll give you the next one with India. Oh, we're on the screen. Exercise account. Astronomical news can be easily hidden from you in the age of information, yet it's easily verifiable. Did you hear that? We have decided that the 500 rupee and 1000 rupee currency notes presently in use will no longer be legal tender from midnight to night.
Can you imagine that? You have money stuffed under your bed or your pillow or whatever in the backyard in some type of safe. You got $10,000 of $100 bills or whatever you have. You get a breaking news. Oh, starting midnight tonight, all $100 bills cease to exist. You can't use them. They're just paper. They have no value. Can you imagine how mad people are going to be? Well, that's how they're going to do it. They're going to do it by, I see them doing it over. They're going to do it over here. You know, these places, Nigeria and parts of Africa and India, and that was a couple of India. That news goes back maybe 5 years ago or more. So it's a test ground to see how the people react. Eventually, it will come over here, where you're going to be limited as to what you can use your paper dollar for. Then there's going to be a point where you can't use the dollar no more. Whatever money you got to convert it into CBDC or Fed. What do they call it? Fed now, Fed notes, whatever they call it. And it's going to be, in other words, they'll be able to track. Like if you go to BJ's, right? I go to BJ's, I order something. If I lose a receipt, it's on record that I purchased. Like I buy something, it didn't work. I bring it back a month later. I got 6 months guarantee. They say, "Where's your receipt?" I lost a receipt. Don't worry, give me a card. They'll look. They'll say, "Yes, he bought this product on that date a month ago. He has a 6-month guarantee." And that happened before. At another, was it BJ's or one of them one of them clubs like Sam? Because I had accounts in more than one. You got Costco's, Sam Club, you got BJ's, you got these different clubs. So one of them I went to years ago. I lost a receipt and the guy just said, "Oh, you don't got the receipt? No problem. Here's another one, or here's your money back. You want another one or money back? Give me my money back, no problem. Or give me, you know what I'm talking about." So everything is digital. Everything is digital. Everything is digital. And eventually, like I said, things happen step by step.
2016, digitalization was first invented. 8 o'clock in the evening announced midnight. Nationals indeed the big news.
I believe he just said it. You can hardly hear him, but he said it was in 2016. I remember that. It was on regular news in the States that the paper dollar bill, that particular note was no longer going to be used. And that thing that you thought was money turned into paper. You can wipe your ass with it. And this is what it's going to all boil down to, whether it's thinner than this one, whether it's a different color, whether it's like a square instead of round, whether it's a cigar shape, or maybe the size of a Tic Tac, it's still the same thing. Well, Tahar, you said it looks just like this. Well, I'm telling you right now, it doesn't have to look just like this.
And 70% of the economic this digitalization of the world and was a war. So part of the global By the way, India's central bank digital currency, the e-rupee, was just launched this year. Well, took a little time to get 1.2 billion people used to using cash all digitalized. And there was a time for the money to debate. Yes. Now give me the next one. USA. USA. Because we brothers say it can't happen here. God bless America. This is Babylon the Great. This story. Give me that one. Yes.
He's telling you right. He's telling you that it's not it, but he's showing you that it's it. It's a step-by-step process. Look, I don't gotta watch no more. Let me just hit you with these precepts, and I'm out of here. First precept is a title. Why gaddest thou about to so much to change thy way? Because it said it was corporations and what do you say, companies and countries and corporations. And then he changed it to people sinning, but then he says, oh, the whore of Babylon gonna get it too. So it's not the microchip. It is. And that, by the way, was from Jeremiah 2, verse 36. Why gaddest thou about so much to change thy way? So we're going to go to Proverbs 24 and 21. See, we never changed the way we broke the Quran down. It said, my son, fear Yahweh and the king, and meddle not with them that are given the change. Let's look at the word meddle. Meddle. Let's go to the root. The word there is I rob. To pledge, exchange, mortgage, exchange, to take on pledge, go surety for, to give pledge, to have fellowship with. If a guy's changing his thing, oh yeah, I know I said it, that it meant this 2 years ago. Now I'm changing it. And 2 years later, oh, I'm changing it to something else. You got to get away from that person. You can't trust that person. Just saying. Let's see what Jeremiah 13 and 23 has to say. I'm going to move quick. Can the Ethiopian change his skin? No. Ethiopian's is a man of color with woolly hair. He can't change his skin. Or the leopard his spots. Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to doing evil. So if you're doing evil, if you're lying to the people, knowingly lying to the people, because we told you what it meant, and I'm over him in the spirit, you know, let me read it again. It says, then may ye also do good that are accustomed to doing evil. If you keep a lie going long enough, you're not going to change and say I was wrong, because pride takes over. Pride takes over. Oh, Daniel 7:25 doesn't only apply to Esau. It applies to Jake too. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. We know that's talking about Esau, but you had helpers which were of Jake, these sellouts, and think to what? To change times and laws. The moon cycle, is that goes under what category? Times, right? So when you say that the new moon is a full moon, you are changing times and laws. You're changing the laws of times, of time. And they shall be given unto his hand until a time and time, and the dividing the time. Think to change times. How you know next day come by? When the sun go down, the sun come up the next day, that's one day, right? The sun go down, come up, go down, come up 7 times. You know 7 days pass. You have a moon cycle, you have a new moon cycle. That's what? That's 1 month. It works out to 30 days. Hosea 4 and 7. Hosea 4 and 7. Hosea 4 and 7. As they were increased, so they sin against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. And that's what's going to happen. He's going to be ashamed. Bishop Nate and his men are going to be ashamed because now they're going to have to explain to their congregation, what is this thing where I can't work at a job unless I get something put in my right hand or forehead? You read that again, Hosea 4, verse 7. As they were increased, they're increasing. They got a lot of numbers. We got 10,000 people following us. As they were increased, so they sin against me. Now, how do you sin against the Most High? If the Most High comes to you and says, you the prophet, I want you to tell the people this, that, and the other, you switch it up. You tell them something different. It says, that's a sin. You're sinning against the Most High. So they sin against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. Let's go back to Tazadaki, the so-called God sent comforter. All the lies that he put out there, lying to the people in the name of the Most High, what ultimately happened to him? Most High took him out. And the man was a young man. He was in his 40s. I got 2 more precepts and I'll be out of here. Okay, this is in the Apocrypha. Bear me for a minute. Okay, let me just go here to, so I put in the word change. Okay, 16, I want 16 to 18. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he be under yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head, and clap his hands, and whisper much, and change his countenance. Countenance means your face, but that's what he does. He keeps changing. Like I said, go back to the old videos back about 10 years ago. He said it was talking about corporations and countries and corporations, had nothing to do with people. Now it's talking about people. But it's sin. So we got 1 more and I'm going to close. This is also in the Apocrypha. Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger and strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep, do change his knowledge. So you think about something and you sleep on it. You say, let me think about it. Let me sleep on it. So he changed. So he went to sleep. He got up, ate the new moon, the full moon, according to how he said it. He went to sleep thinking about it. Before he went to sleep, he got up. He said, I'm convinced Most High dealing with me. The new moon is a full moon. Now I got to convince these guys. So the key word is what? in the time of rest upon his bed, his night's sleep do change his knowledge. That's why he keeps changing. All right. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.